resistance victory during Darsana sets the stage for the arrival of Nazir in the near future. News from Barcelona earlier today suggests that Dr. Oliver's rule expects them to bring forth a new knowledge and power. Some enlightened agents claim to have received a secret message from Hu while on the ground. These rumours have not yet been confirmed. In the coming weeks, I expect more information will emerge about the consequences of today's events. As always, I'll be there bringing you the information as it comes in. Earlier this week, Visu AXA announced the release of a new type of portal mod called the AXA Portal Shield, a very rare and powerful new variation of the existing Portal Shield technology. Initially emerging from AXA portals within Germany, Indonesia, Italy, Poland, Spain and Switzerland, reports now suggest the AXA Shield has been observed emerging from portals worldwide. For the English report at the Darsana finale in Charleston, I'm Susanna Moyer. The world grows dim. Hello, agents. Congratulations to all of you that have made it into this secret debriefing. Special secret debriefing. Are you ready for what you're about to hear? You don't even know what it is, but you're ready. I like it. Okay. Are we good or? Oh, we're still getting set up, so I apologise for getting you all excited for absolutely no reason. We're getting there. So who's the furthest travelled agent today, I wonder? Where are you from, sir? Legend! Thank you for being here. Is this the first Anomaly that you've been to, or?
No!
Third? Where else have you been? Oh, cool. And so now we've got a winner. Anyone else from further in Dominican Republic? No? Wish we had a prize for you because it's very impressive.
Actually, we're going to look for that.
Are there anyone from, or is there anyone from Operation Essex here today?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, look at all of you! Brilliant. And are you based here in Austin? Malta, okay. Thank you for travelling here. We've got some juicy info for you guys. Here's a question for you. Who was here at the first Austin Anomaly 2 years back? Oh man, so like what, 5 of you? And can somebody tell me how it has, what's different from the one now? Any everything? Yeah, that sounded pretty brutal. But everything's changed for the better, do you reckon?
Yes.
They are indeed.
How about 13 magnets?
Yes. What would you like to see? Yeah. There is building right now, or there's. Oh, that's the thing that you have. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I love it. What would people like to see on the Ingress report? That's a question for you. Yeah. That's a good. We need to figure that out. Good point. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. We get that a lot in the interviews, so yeah, amazing. Where is the farthest you've travelled for Ingress? You went where?
The Newfoundland.
Oh, that's incredible. I've had people say, yeah, I'll get a passport and travel for Ingress. Well, you can't just do it anyway, but it's great that Ingress makes you. Okay, here we go. Okay, so over the last few months, we've learned a number of disturbing facts. Now, there's an ancient cult called the Anti-Magnus, which is led by a woman named Jahan. I'm sure you've seen many videos by her. She's obtained a powerful artifact known as the Shōnin stone. Now, according to some, the Shōnin stone exists in all dimensions at once, and it was witness to the birth of the universe. Jahan intends to use the stone's power in combination with the resistance activity at today's Anomaly to conduct a ritual that will summon a trans-dimensional force known as the Nazir. Now, some weeks ago, Jahan took both Hank Johnson and Asmati captive. She needed them to lend her an ancient portal, she needed them to lead her to the ancient portal in Afghanistan, where Hank's body rests. Now, this site may represent the most powerful portal we currently know of, and Jahan is hoping to tear down barriers around the world that were created thousands of years ago by the Shapers and an ancient Egyptian cult known as the 13 Magnus. Now, she believes that destroying these barriers will allow the Nazir, another voice that once spoke to us using exotic matter and the portals, to return to our world. So that's the mission. Now, Hank Johnson once called the Nazir the Shaper's worst nightmare, and Jahan claims that they will bring forth a new era in human consciousness, a Darsana point. As for me, I don't know yet what this all means. Now, I plan to run a Shōnin intel briefing to cover all of this in some depth, but in the last few moments we received a video which you're about to watch, and I'm seeing this with you for the first time. So, Bill, when you're ready, we can play that video.
We knew there would be consequences for allowing the resistance to reach the Darsana point, but we didn't know what they would be. We knew that the beacons would draw the Nazir, but we felt safe because the 13 Magnus portal, where Hank Johnson's body lies, blocked their ingress into our world. But the resistance was stronger than we had expected, and Anti-Magnus was craftier than we thought. They led Hank Johnson into an insidious trap, clouding his thoughts, and for the first time, we saw the Shōnin stone. They lured Devra Bogdanovich into unleashing the XM inoculation on herself. They tried to destroy her, but she survived, perhaps to undo the destruction she wrought. And they reduced our leader, Roland Jarvis, to a shadow of himself, passing the torch to me, his acolyte. Everything rests on what happens at the 13 Magnus nest in Afghanistan.
Okay. Update me. At 22:30, Jahan, Johnson, Asmati, and 4 guards into the Anomaly site. We detected several other teams in the area and should stand down.
I know about glass elements in woods.
Also present were Hubert Farlow and Emma Bogdanovich. Marie Farlow was attempting to take out Jahan. We hacked his scope images.
Farlow stood down.
When directed to do so by Bogdanovich.
What's the current status?
These images are from Bogdanovich's team.
Give me the overhead. Let me see the XM filter. Same as always. It appears that Jahan's Shōnin something here.
It looks like... What the hell is happening? We've got interference. Director Cal, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, Hank. I'm sorry things had to end this way, but I knew what my fate was when I started this journey, and I have no regrets. This is the only way to foil Anti-Magnus. My life is a small price to pay for this. I have always been destined to be the leader of 13 Magnus. Goodbye, my friend.
see the waves. I see the water.
Frankly, I'm not entirely sure what to make of this, but it seems like we're ushering a new era into the world of Ingress. Now, I'd love it if you could share what we've just learned with all the other investigators around the world, and so that we can piece together exactly what's been happening. To summarize, we know that Jahan activated the Shōnin stone inside the 13 Magnus nest, the same nest where Hank Johnson's body lies. It appears that Deborah Bogdanovich has just disappeared, and Asmati's life is in question. And now we finally met the acolyte that was at Roland Jarvis's side all this time. Now I have some questions with you. It'd be great if we can get a discussion going about this. Who thinks that Deborah Bogdanovich has just disappeared? Or did she happen to undergo some sort of recursion similar to what happened to Hank Johnson? What are the implications of that? Thoughts? Yeah. Right. And what did we... Bill, do you want people to come up when we're having it? I'm just worried about... Yeah, do you want to just jump up and say that? Because we won't be able to use it for anything.
One question that we've had for quite some time is, what is the nature of the sensitive? The people involved in the Niantic project, it resembles, in a sense, many sorts of groups throughout history, 13 apostles. And in many ways, that these kinds of mystical groups have been sort of a constant. The question is, what is the fate of these people? We know that Hank Johnson is a simulacrum. We know that he's not actually a living person, but he recurs. And the question is what happened to everyone on Epiphany night? Were they patterned? Did they become something different from what they are? And maybe with what's happening in Afghanistan, we're going to learn exactly what their nature is. Because we're at quite a point where, certainly based on 13 Magnus rituals, we will learn a lot about the nature of those people who've been exposed to XM at those levels.
Deborah Bogdanovich is in the similar fate to Hank Johnson.
That's possible. I do know that everyone who was involved in the Niantic project had a great deal of XM exposure all at once. And I think that Ezekiel Calvin was attempting to create a sort of synthetic epiphany that resembled many sorts of mystical experiences throughout history. And I think this pattern is something where people who are exposed to XM are changed, and their patterns are unrecognizable afterwards. So the Deborah Bogdanovich that entered the room and is exposed to the release of the power cube may not even be the same person anymore.
Thank you. The next question I wanted to ask you is, what are we to make of the arrival of the woman calling herself the Acolyte? Is Roland Jarvis truly dead? Can he even die? Is there anyone that can share their thoughts on that? Anybody? Anyone? Who do we think this Acolyte is? Yes, do you want to jump over? If you want to come up. So yeah, the question is, what do we make of this woman? Is Roland Jarvis truly dead? Can he even die?
My thoughts on it, how do we know she's the actual asshole? She presented no credentials. She said, I'm an asshole. Well, I could say I could go into garage and send a car, but that doesn't make me a car. So how do we know she's an asshole? Maybe she's working for the Schaefer's. Maybe she's some kind of maybe she's some kind of operative for the Nizar. Or maybe it's a completely new path we don't even know about yet.
Say you find evidence that she is. Why, what do you think about the fate of Roland Jarvis?
Maybe he's gone, maybe he's not. I don't know. You know, it's just it's the fact that she shows up and starts saying, I'm the asshole. There's something suspicious about it.
So there needs to be some kind of evidence or investigation into her, and and her flames.
Yeah, because anybody can say it sometimes, isn't it?
And then finally, what do we think of Asmati and Hank Johnson? Is Asmati dead? Did he sacrifice himself? It seemed like a pretty honest video there. Did Hank Johnson survive? And if so, in what form? Anybody, their thoughts on Asmati and Hank Johnson and what we know about the fate of them? Yeah, come on over. Thank you. Liking the Helios.
Well, it seems that Hank Johnson can't really die unless his body is destroyed, so his fate, unless his body was destroyed in the explosion, or whatever happened, it seems pretty clear that Asmati sacrificed himself to stop whatever was happening, but the thing is, it's really unclear if he even did stop it, or if it was too late, or if there's another way for Jahan to continue with her plan.
Do you think she succeeded or not?
With what happened summoning, I don't think she did. I think that it's been delayed because of the explosion. Whether or not this will stop her permanently, it's hard to say.
Thank you so much to all of you agents here today. I believe there'll be quite a bit of information and intel being released in the coming weeks, and of course we will keep you updated with any developments on the Ingress report. So thank you all again. Congratulations on being here, and thanks.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you all for coming. We're going to ask for you to proceed to the exit so we can try to get another group up as well.